Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of This Is Not a Dad Joke by me, Alex Johnson. It's New Year's Day. It is the 1st of Jan 2023. I hope everyone had a fantastic New Year's. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm walking around a random field. For the first time I've walked from my house to this field, not a single car has been on the road. It's been, normally I put my headphones in, I listen to a podcast or something like that, but today I just walked and enjoyed the peace, and it was so quiet. It was just really nice, really nice. So walking around, there's really only one thing you've got to talk about for New Year's, and that's what is the year going to hold for you? What do you want to get out of the year? Whether that's a New Year's resolution. I know some people don't like New Year's resolutions anymore because they seem to never work, or they'd rather put focus on something else, so it's a New Year's resolution / goal. What goal have you got that you want to achieve? The other thing, while I'm walking around on this field, it's pitch black. Can't see anything, especially with this light shining in my face, and I can I can hear someone in the distance. I can see a little light. When you can't really see it, you are a bit like, what's out there? But it should be all good. I can hear some voices, but we should be fine. I try and do these in a way that you don't get disturbed. So instead of walking on the path, I'm right in the middle of the field, and you might be able to hear. In order to do that, I have to walk along a squelchy part. But anyway, I might just stand still for a bit if it gets too squelchy. Right, New Year's resolutions. Let's get down to it. So, New Year's resolutions, or your sort of ambition, your main goal of the year as such. So I think, in terms of New Year's resolution, I want to be more positive. I think that's my New Year's resolution, is to try and negate the negative as early as possible. Whether that's sort of catching myself having a negative thought, or catch myself having a negative conversation and flipping the script on it and trying to turn it into a positive as best as I can. So kind of a bit of an example as such is last night my beautiful child did not sleep well, and 4 o'clock in the morning, so only a couple of hours ago, me and the other half, we're awake, we're in bed, and she's talking like it's never going to end. All she wants is just to know that it will end. And she's having a bit of a struggle. And like at that time, when you're under that sort of sleep deprivation and stuff like that, conversations can go a bit negative. So it's my job as well to try and find how we can change that to a positive. Now, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to turn around to my other half and go, come on, we've just got to be more positive. We've just got to think about it differently. Let's flip the script on this no sleep malarkey and get it working for us. Right, it just doesn't work. Especially if I want to continue to have a bed to sleep in. It just doesn't work. So that'll be a sort of a conversation later on that I'll have with her on sort of whether or not we try something new, flip it up, keep with the routine, adjust the routine, whatever, and just sort of go with it from there in a constructive platform rather than 4 o'clock in the morning when she's clearly feeling it. Not the best time. So dads out there, pick your times to try and be Mr. Positive. Alright? So a bit more positivity in my life, right? And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the motivation side of stuff. So I think, there's been times when I've woken up, the alarm's gone off 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get downstairs, I'm looking at my mic and my phone and everything, and I end up just going back on the sofa and falling asleep for a couple of hours. The art of showing up. I think I've spoken about this in a previous podcast, but there was this guy who hired a personal trainer. I can't remember the personal trainer's name, but his goal was to lose a lot of weight, and his initial goal was he went to the gym for 5 minutes and then would leave. So he would just go in, do like one exercise, leave, and he did it for months. And then eventually over time he added more length to it and ended up doing more workouts. But what he was doing, he wasn't trying to go straight into a massive workout program. He was mastering the art of showing up. So for me personally, with sort of the podcasts and the streams and stuff like that I'm doing and want to do, my goal is to show up. So if I say I'm going to do something tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do that at 6 o'clock in the morning. Once I've said it to myself, it's in the ether, it's out in the universe, no takesy backsies, got to get it done. So New Year's resolution number 1 is more sort of positivity, because I think that will lead to more motivation. Well, I don't think, I know that will lead to more motivation. So positivity, lovely jubbly, yes. And then goal wise, so I've recently done a little upgrade to the Stream Studio. I've got my mic broke, so I had to get a new one. So I've got it's such a nice mic. Obviously, because the other one broke, can't remember how much it cost, but I thought, right, I'll spend a little bit more money to try and get a higher quality one, and I've definitely got a higher quality mic now. And then with that, I thought the little boom arm that moves it, that's been a bit knackered. It still works, but it's not the best, and if I'm gonna upgrade the mic, I'll upgrade the boom arm. Bosh. So that's what I've done. So yesterday I was just fiddling around with everything, making sure all the cameras were still working when I'm opening up the streaming software, and I've got the mic working and everything like that, and this works as well. So I can be in midstream and I can turn off my main mic and I can turn this on, and I can go kind of I say hands-free, I'm hands-free with the mic. More interviewer mode, I don't know, I know what I mean. But so the way in which I've designed these is that for a lot of my stream, if I want to, I can stand up, and I've got multiple camera angles, so I can be talking into different perspectives and stuff like that. And yeah, I have the option to stand and chat and be more articulate with my arm movements and everything like that. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so a little upgrade on the streaming studio, and my thought process has always been, if I put money into it, it's going to make me want to do it more and put more effort into it. Sadly, that hasn't always worked, because I have put a lot of money into that little studio, and there have been times when I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just get this, and then I'll feel like I'm ready. Oh, I'll just get this, and then I'll feel like I'm ready. So again, positivity and motivation. Equipment wise, I am ready. I don't need to buy anything else. Nothing. You need nothing more. And it's just a simple case of just getting in there and doing it. The one thing that I want to get ticked, and it's not an equipment thing, is the logos. Once the logos are done, I can create my advertising, my pages, my intros, that sort of stuff. Then in my head, absolutely nothing stopping me. So I want to try and give myself a week or two at most to get those done. And then, so by mid-Jan, you should be seeing the live streams coming in finally. When I narrow that down a little bit more, some advertisement will go up. I'll promote it a little bit on Facebook and whatnot, but there you go. So, New Year's resolution, the positivity, motivation, lovely jubbly, job done. In terms of actual goal, right, this is out of work goal. Obviously, my goal for work is to be successful, hit my KPIs, impress my managers, all that sort of jazz. But personal, so relating to this stuff, the Unedited Dad and the Not Another Dad Joke podcast, will definitely be to hold some consistency. Like, for example, if it works out, I'm only going to do one stream a week. Never ever cancel that stream. Always do it. The next goal would be to grow my socials. It would be nice to hit 1,000 followers across the board. So 1,000 on Facebook, 1,000 on TikTok. Then that'll allow me to go live on TikTok, more options, blah, 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 blah. Actually put some effort into Twitter, Instagram, just start trying to develop a following. Because then once I start getting that following, I can see where the angle's going. I can see where this might all end up. At the moment, it's just a baby project, my personal project. There's no real goal in mind at the moment. It is just start it, get on it, start it, do some socials. That's it. So kind of my goal is to find my goal, if that makes sense. Understand where it can go and take that direction. I think that's my goal. I would say that's probably Q1. First 3 months of 2023 is to actually find my direction with it all. What I would like to say is by 6 months, I've possibly, it depends on so many things, possibly found a way in which to slightly monetize everything. Do I have a product to sell? Do I have something that I can offer people, and start making my hobby actually bring in a little bit of finance, even if it's enough, like 50 quid, pay a bill, great, something like that. So 3 months, find my goal. 6 months, have a little bit of money from it coming into the bank. And then by end of the year, I think I would be more focused on following and helping people than monetary value. If I can make it so that, like, I'm bringing in a little bit each month, so that over time, it could be 10 years, as long as I stick to it, that little bit of money each month will pay off everything that I've got in that studio. That's nice. And then, like, pay a bill each month. Lovely jubbly, right? And that is not a lot of money. Outside of that, helping people. But again, that links to the first bit, the find the goal, find the direction. Which way am I going to take it? Because that will determine sort of how I'm trying to help people. Obviously, with my new job role that starts tomorrow, woohoo, excited. Personal training comes back into the fray quite massively. So I've had some slight conversations with him, but chatting to my cousin about working together on a new project. So that's a possibility as well, and that does link into all these other things I'm doing. So potentially that could be anywho, plans ahead. So New Year's resolutions, are they good? Are they bad? 100% depends on the person. Like, I think New Year's resolution of like, they're always there with the best intentions to begin with. You know, like New Year's resolution, I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to hit the gym, I'm going to get fit. And you especially in gyms, you see it. You see a rush of people in January, loads of extra people sign up. New Year's resolution, gonna get fit. Come February, March, those people aren't there anymore, right? And this is bringing it back to the art of showing up. They haven't practiced the art of showing up. They've just gone, gym membership, oh yeah, I'll do that once a week. But they're not, their mindset hasn't switched yet. They've just gone, I need to do something, I'll sign up to a gym. Hopefully putting money into it is going to make me want to do it. Same as when I was putting money into my studio. I thought, if I put money into it, it's going to make me want to do it. It doesn't. Okay, if your head's not in the game, you might as well not even play. Right? So, New Year's resolution, I would say, whatever your goal is to master the art of showing up. So, fair enough, if it is a gym, fine, join the gym, but add a caveat to it, add a little icing on top of 3 times a week, I've got to go for 5 minutes, and do what that guy did. Master the art of showing up, do that for 2 months, right? And then you go, right, 3 times a week I have to go to the gym for a minimum of 5 minutes, but one of those has to be a minimum of half an hour. Then you up it again. One of those has to be a minimum of an hour. Then one has to be half hour, one has to be an hour, and one can just be the 5-minute one. And you can adapt it that way. And once you master in the art of showing up, it makes things easier. Now, obviously that's for the gym. If your goal is something like quit smoking, okay, your art of showing up, I'm almost going to say, is the opposite, the art of not showing up, right? So let's say you run out of fags, or you normally buy a pack every day, right? Set yourself right, I can only buy fags every other day. Because it's going to force you, I mean, I say that, having been a smoker previously, that wouldn't have worked with me, right? You know, you're addicted to it. If you run out at the end of like Monday, shops are all shut, and Tuesday is the day that you can't buy fat, you're gonna go buy fags on Tuesday, right? It won't work that way, right? I would say in terms of not necessarily limit what you can buy. That was a bad example, because that is going to go against the addiction in a big way if you ever get the timing wrong. So don't do that one. But you can avoid having one. So, you know, if you're I have one in the morning with my morning coffee, well, like, find a regular one that you have and take it out. And that is your art of not showing up. But show up in another way. You know, go right, instead, right, morning coffee, I normally have coffee, fag, then I go brush my teeth, whatever, right? Go, right, okay, I'm going to go fag, no, I'm not. I'm going to go morning cup of coffee, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, go brush my teeth. Or I'm going to read 5 pages, go brush my teeth. Switch it out for something else. So you're not showing up for that fag, but you're showing up for something else. That would be my advice if your New Year's resolution is about quitting something. Okay. The other one as well, obviously, my lovely, beautiful daughter. She is huge, and she's got to have her time. So art of showing up. I know that sounds a bit harsh. Like, you're a parent, you should be showing up. But I mean, like, showing up absolute, like, phone down, no distractions, me and her. Like, people always say that kids are very impressionable at young age, and I believed them. I used to be a teacher and teach in primary schools and stuff like that, and I know how impressionable they are. But when you've got a little baby right in front of you, so impressionable. Just pick up on so many little things that you don't even realise you're doing, and then you see her do it and you're like, where have you got that from? Oh, crap, you must have learnt it from me, right? Nothing bad, but just saying. So quality time, and this goes for mother half as well. Quality time. Get those phones down, get them out of the room, turn them off. Have some dedicated time. Now I can't. What was it? There was a thing that you should, especially when you've got kids, you should try every 2 weeks to have. Is it 2 weeks? It might be every 1 or every 2. I can't remember. Right. So let's go with 1. Every week you should have a date night. Every month you should have a weekend away. Every 6 months you should... No, I think it is every 2. Right, so every 2 weeks you have a date night. Every 2 months you have a weekend away. Every 2 years you have a week away from kids. So I want to potentially look at trying to do that, to have some, just get some nice time with my other half. So I'm pretty certain it's that every 2. So every 2 weeks, date night. Every 2 months, weekend away. Every 2 years, a week away. I think that'll be nice. So potentially start that as like a routine. Then there's other little ones as well that I think could be beneficial for people, you know. I saw this thing the other day, money saver expert, moneysavingexpert.com, that one. 1p challenge. Great idea. I'm going to do that. If you complete it, you end up saving like 650 quid, 660 quid, something like that. That's Christmas. Done. And some. Haven't got to worry. Look it up if you're interested. Just go on the website, there's a link to it. 1p challenge. Basically, every day you have to save an increasing amount of money, and it starts off with a penny. So day 1 you've got to save a penny, day 2 2 pennies, day 3 3p, day 4 4p, and it goes all the way up for 365 days. So the last day of the year you've got to save £3.65 that day. Now the beauty of it is you ain't got to do that in order. So if you check your pocket now and you've got £7 in change, you can tick off the £3.65 and you can tick off the £2, that's £5.65, and then you can tick off the 35p, that brings you to £6, and then tick off the £1, £7, or whatever. So you don't have to do it in order, and you can do multiple a day if you happen to have that kind of change. I'm massively sidetracking, but 1p challenge, it's a good thing to get into. I wanted to try and make this a good New Year's one. New Year's 1st of Jan. Let's do a great podcast of just chatting about stuff to achieve, goals and everything. I think we've accomplished that now. So I won't ramble on anymore. But thank you very much for listening. If you are, hopefully, great things are coming, and I'd love for people to be a part of it. So yeah, if anyone engages with this and you've got any ideas or questions or anything that you want me to answer, do whatever. Send them in however you interact with this, and let me know. It'll be amazing to bring people on my journey and to share in theirs. But so I will end it there, but have a fantastic day. Set yourself some just classic chef kiss goals for the year and smash it. Just let's make 2023 actually good. With all the rubbish that's going on currently, let's try and find that positivity, that light at the end of the tunnel, that beacon. All right. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon.